Hey, beautiful you, I know we're just getting started, but I can't wait to share something with you. You don't need to change who you are to radiate magnetic charm. You don't need to fit someone else's ideal image to possess irresistible allure. Yet, in a world filled with filters, aesthetic standards, and fleeting attention, it's easy to believe that to embody sexual attraction, you must have a Victoria's Secret model's body, walk like a runway queen, or exude the seductive flair of a Netflix character. But the truth is, true sexual attraction isn't about that. It's not about doing more or trying harder to please others, it's about awakening the power already within you. It's in your voice, your movements, your eye contact, and your command of the moment, not to draw attention, but because you're at ease in your own space. This is a quiet strength, a subtle glow, a spark that says, I know who I am, and I don't need to perform for your approval. It's not about becoming someone else but discovering the you that's already enough. It's a presence felt before words are spoken, rooted in how you carry yourself when no one's watching, how your energy radiates, how you embrace silence, and how your gaze speaks louder than words. Whether you're dating, in a relationship, or simply want to exude irresistible charm in life, it's about reconnecting with the innate allure you already possess, a power that doesn't need to be manufactured. Now, it's time to let it shine. Let's start with confidence, not the loud, declarative kind, but the grounded, felt without words confidence. It's not about being boisterous or dominant but about being rooted in yourself, fully inhabiting your body. Because the truth is, sexual energy doesn't come from a perfect figure but from your relationship with your body. If that relationship is built on shame or comparison, that energy shows. If it's built on acceptance and ownership, people feel it. You can meet someone deemed physically perfect by the world, but if they're uncomfortable in their own skin, you'll sense it, and it won't feel attractive. Conversely, someone who doesn't fit conventional standards but fully embraces themselves radiates an allure that can't be faked. Confidence isn't the absence of insecurities, everyone has doubts, but true confidence means your insecurities don't dictate how you show up. It means owning your soft curves, scars, or laugh lines and saying, this is me, not as a challenge, but as a fact. It's a quiet declaration of self-respect, a whisper, I'm proud of who I am, and I won't shrink to make others comfortable. That presence draws eyes, it doesn't beg for attention, yet it's naturally noticed. This self-acceptance is one of the most powerful, captivating energies you can embody. A woman who feels worthy without needing external validation carries an irresistible allure. Compliments are nice, and appreciation is natural, but if you rely on them, your energy revolves around others' approval, becoming passive rather than magnetic. When you become the source of your own energy, when you look in the mirror and see beauty, when you walk into a room and your presence declares, I belong here, without needing anyone's nod, people feel it. This confidence sets the tone for how others treat you. When you carry yourself with certainty, people are drawn in, not because you're chasing them, but because you're grounded in your own worth. Sexual attraction stems from owning yourself, your worth, desires, body, and boundaries. You don't need to be the flashiest, most polished, or most eye-catching person in the room. You just need to be the woman who knows her value without needing reminders. That's the secret, that's the key to captivating others. Confidence isn't the garnish, it's the soul of the dish. To embody sexual attraction, start by feeling at home in your body. Because when you're at ease in your skin, others will want to be near you. Now, let's talk about another equally powerful element, playfulness. If confidence is the foundation, playfulness is the electric current that brings it to life. A woman who doesn't take herself too seriously has an irresistible charm. She laughs freely in conversation, lets go of the need for perfection, and fully enjoys the moment. She teases with a spark in her eye, plays with the energy in the space, and makes every interaction feel alive and unexpected. That's where the chemistry begins. Many think seduction must be intense and choreographed, like a slow-motion movie scene. But true seduction isn't rehearsed, it's spontaneous. The most captivating women aren't trying to seduce, they're simply fully present, savoring the joy of life, words, and glances, inviting you into a light, free, and possibility-filled experience. That's what makes them irresistible. Attraction isn't about how you look but how you make others feel. If you make people feel vibrant, playful, and fully in the moment, they'll crave more of you, not because you put on a show, but because you create a space they want to be in. Playfulness creates tension in the most delightful way. It's witty banter, teasing, and unexpected moments. It's a glance that lingers, leaving others wondering about you. It's not loud or obvious, but it lingers, building layer by layer, drawing people in. This playful tension is magnetic because it creates a rhythm, a dance, a cadence of interaction. You're not trying to please others, you're simply present. It's leaning in and pulling back, letting silence stretch a second longer than expected, or brushing someone's arm with warmth that lingers. These subtle moments are unforgettable and captivating, all rooted in one core: your presence. True sexual attraction isn't about how much skin you show or how dramatic your moves are. It's about your deep connection to your essence. When you're at ease in your body, speak authentically, laugh freely, and let your energy be playful and open, you create an atmosphere others want to join. It's not about perfection but about being fully alive, and that's what people crave. You don't need to try harder, just show up as your authentic self. Let go of the pressure to perform or prove anything. Stop waiting for permission to feel beautiful, powerful, or worthy of love. Those qualities are already within you. When you shed the weight of overthinking, release expectations, and let go of pleasing others, returning to your true self, everything shifts. Your glow, charm, and confidence become effortless. You already have that spark, trust it. When you do, the right people will feel it without you saying a word, and they won't be able to look away. The key is that playfulness only works when it's authentic. Charm can't be faked, and spontaneity can't be manufactured. It comes from being present, resonating with your own joy, and living in the moment without worrying about how others perceive you. True playfulness comes from freedom, not performance. It's a lightness, not a rehearsed act. It's being willing to laugh, tease, be a little silly, and not fear rejection. Because a playful woman is a free woman. She doesn't obsess over how she's perceived or try to control others' impressions. She's immersed in the moment, radiating her own joy, and that state is inherently magnetic. When a man sees you don't need his validation yet still offer your energy, attention, gaze, and laughter, it creates a powerful effect. It builds anticipation, draws him in, without any pressure. He doesn't just see you, he feels you. Your presence lands differently, lingering long after. Without playfulness, sexual attraction can quickly become heavy, feeling like pressure, a transaction rather than joy, a performance rather than presence. But when you bring that lightness and unpredictable spark, something opens up. The dynamic shifts, the connection becomes fluid, easy, and joyful, and the energy flows both ways instead of feeling forced. If you want to attract others and hold their attention beyond the initial spark, don't focus solely on your appearance or sexiness. Ask yourself, am I bringing warmth to this moment? Am I engaging with life with playfulness and openness? Because when you learn to flirt not just with someone but with the moment, with life itself, you become unforgettable. You stand out, not because you tried harder, but because you let go. Your energy feels like freedom, not effort, and being comfortable in your own skin is the sexiest thing of all. If sexual attraction is the spark, emotional connection is what turns it into a lasting flame. It's easy to confuse surface-level flirting, witty banter, or physical chemistry with deep connection, but true sexual allure goes beyond the physical, it reaches the soul. The key to unlocking this, often overlooked, is emotional availability. Let's be clear, emotional availability doesn't mean oversharing or spilling your life story on a first date. It's not about being overly vulnerable or dramatic from the start. It's about showing up as your authentic, unfiltered self, choosing honesty over a curated image, even in small ways. It's the courage to say, "This makes me a little unsure, that moment meant a lot to me," or, "I'm a bit nervous, but I'm happy to be here." These honest moments invite others into your world, signaling, "I trust you enough to show my real self." That's what makes you memorable. In a world of masks and filters, someone who dares to show up honestly stands out. This vulnerability creates emotional tension, fostering not just physical connection but a soul-deep bond. Without this depth, even the most intense physical chemistry eventually fades, losing its edge and becoming forgettable. But when someone feels the real you, they're drawn not just to your appearance but to your essence. That's the difference between a fleeting encounter and a lasting connection. Here's a point many miss. When you allow yourself to be emotionally open, you're not just giving others a gift, you're giving yourself freedom. You let go of the pressure to perform or self-censor. When you stop managing how others perceive you and relax into your authentic self, your energy becomes electric, sensory, and irresistible. You're not chasing control, you're simply being. It's in this unguarded presence that true intimacy, desire, and connection awaken. So, if you want lasting sexual attraction, don't just focus on being desired, strive to be emotionally available. A woman who isn't afraid to express herself, who is open and grounded in truth, doesn't just attract attention, she captures hearts. The bonds she creates are not only thrilling but enduring. Now, let's address a topic that isn't always seen as sexy but is absolutely crucial: boundaries. I know boundaries might not sound alluring at first. They can be mistaken for coldness, rigidity, or being demanding. But the truth is, a woman with boundaries is one of the most captivating forces on earth. Why? Because boundaries signal self-worth. They show you know who you are, what you value, and what you're willing to accept. Nothing is more attractive than a woman deeply rooted in her own value. A woman with boundaries doesn't say yes just to be liked, doesn't overextend herself for approval, and doesn't tolerate behavior that drains or diminishes her. Instead, she makes conscious choices to protect her energy, deciding who gets access to her space, time, body, and emotions. This discernment and self-respect draw attention, creating a contrast that makes others want to rise to meet you. When a man realizes you're not open to just anyone, that he can't enter your world without accountability, it sparks respect and awakens his desire to pursue. You're no longer an option, you're a standard. Attraction needs a bit of friction, not from playing games or withholding emotions, but from a healthy challenge. When everything is given too easily, emotional attention, time, physical intimacy, there's no spark, no excitement, no drive to step up. But when you set boundaries and say, I'm here, I'm interested, but I won't tolerate less than my standards, it creates real tension. This tension ignites chemistry, signaling, I value myself, and if you want to be in my world, you need to value me too. It's not about being hard to get, it's about being clear about your worth. Boundaries don't close you off, they invite the right people in while keeping the wrong energy out. When this clarity combines with warmth, openness, and playfulness, it becomes irresistible. It's the exact recipe for powerful attraction. True sexual allure isn't about your appearance, moves, or how much you reveal, it's about the depth you bring, the authenticity you express, and the clarity with which you protect your energy. Start from truth, express your emotions fearlessly, and set boundaries that honor your worth. When you do, you'll find your most attractive quality isn't what you offer, it's who you are. When you stop hiding, stop performing, and start being fully, unapologetically you, your charm flows naturally. Boundaries aren't just about saying no, they're about saying yes to what truly aligns with you. It means honoring your pace, listening to what resonates with your values and desires, and having the courage to step away when something no longer fits, even if the chemistry is undeniable. This clarity isn't cold or distant, it's magnetic. It radiates confidence, sending a powerful message: I'm not here out of need or desperation, I'm here by choice, and I'll stay only if you meet me with the same care and respect. Remarkably, when you uphold your boundaries with grace, not from fear, anger, or insecurity, but from a calm, grounded sense of self-worth, you don't push the right people away. Instead, you attract better men, emotionally mature, stable, high-quality men who seek authentic, meaningful connections. They're drawn to a woman with clear boundaries, which signal selectivity and purpose. She doesn't give intimacy carelessly but with discernment and deep self-value. In a world of shallow, surface-level connections, this presence stands out. So, yes, stay kind, open, playful, and flirtatious, but also be a woman who knows her limits and doesn't apologize for setting them. Boundaries don't diminish sexual energy, they amplify it. They say, if you want me, show up, be consistent, match my energy and respect. This is where attraction transforms into true pursuit, where desire is fueled by respect and mutual understanding. Now, let's dive into a topic many women are taught to misunderstand, suppress, or even feel ashamed of: feminine energy. We live in a society that often equates femininity with weakness or passivity, encouraging women to be strong, stoic, less emotional, or always striving. While strength, independence, and ambition are undeniably attractive, many women lose touch with the power of their feminine essence at some point. Let me be crystal clear. Feminine energy isn't about submission or shrinking to make others comfortable, nor is it about dimming your light to fit in. Instead, it's about embracing softness, presence, intuition, and emotional expression. When these qualities combine with confidence and authenticity, they become wildly attractive. Feminine energy creates space. It doesn't chase or compete, demand or control, but invites, allows, and attracts. This dynamic naturally complements masculine energy, forming the core of deep attraction and connection. Importantly, embodying feminine energy isn't about pretending to be someone else or playing a role. It's about reclaiming parts of yourself that may have been buried under layers of protection, overachievement, or relentless independence. It's about leaning into your sensuality, emotional wisdom, and ability to connect through energy, presence, and feeling. A woman who fully owns her feminine energy doesn't need to try to be sexy. She is sexy because she's in sync with her inner self. Her voice softens, her body relaxes, and her energy shifts to a captivating, magnetic frequency. She becomes present, and presence itself is power. This doesn't mean giving up control over your life, career, or choices. It's about knowing when to lead, when to lean back, when to push, and when to receive. It's the balance between proving and knowing, striving and receiving. A woman who embraces this duality, who can strive for her dreams and surrender to love, has an undeniable allure. Nothing is more captivating than a woman who embodies her feminine power, not as something superficial or performative, but as an authentic way of being. She doesn't try to please or seek validation, she knows she's the prize. Her energy works quietly, and that energy is hypnotic. It doesn't shout for attention but whispers, effortlessly drawing people in. That whisper lingers long after she's gone. If your goal is to be more sexually attractive, stop trying harder or forcing it. Instead, ask yourself, can I be soft without losing my strength? Can I receive without guilt or hesitation? Can I trust that my feminine energy isn't vulnerability but a magnet? When you say yes, you don't chase chemistry, you create it. You don't manufacture desire, you become its source. The truth to remember is that becoming a sexually attractive woman isn't about changing yourself or fitting into an impossible mold. It's about unlocking and owning the parts of you that already exist. Your confidence, playfulness, emotional honesty, boundaries, and feminine presence are your superpowers. When you live from this place, you don't just attract attention, you earn respect and genuine desire, effortlessly. But it all begins with a choice. A conscious decision to stop dimming your light, to stop apologizing for taking up space, and to start living fully aware that you are already enough. Not someday, not after you lose weight or find the perfect outfit, but right now, in this moment. So, here's a challenge for you today. Practice one thing that makes you feel more confident and comfortable in your body. It could be a small act of self-kindness, a genuine laugh, setting a clear boundary, or allowing yourself to fully lean into your feminine energy. Notice how this shifts your energy and how others respond to it. Attraction doesn't come from perfection but from presence, from showing up fully, vulnerably, and fearlessly as you. Remember, every step you take toward embracing your authentic self builds a magnetic energy that can't be ignored. It's in the way you carry yourself, the softness of your gaze, the calm of your smile, and the quiet confidence that surrounds you. This is the energy that captivates, creates desire, and fosters deep connection. If you're ready to dive deeper into this journey, if you need tools, guidance, or support to truly embody your sexual power, don't wait, take the next step today. The world needs your light, your fire, your unique magic. Own it, celebrate it, live it, because the most captivating thing you can be is fully, authentically, fearlessly you. Understanding the multidimensional nature of sexual attraction. Sexual attraction is a multidimensional concept, extending beyond mere appearance or physical traits to encompass psychological, emotional, and spiritual layers. It's a holistic force that draws others in and fosters deep connections. Psychological attraction. Psychological attraction stems from an individual's inner state and mental qualities. A positive, optimistic mindset often draws others in. This positivity not only enhances your own quality of life but also uplifts those around you, making them feel joyful and at ease. Emotional stability is also key. Someone who can manage their emotions steadily provides a sense of safety and support, making them inherently attractive. Emotional attraction. Emotional attraction involves the ability to forge emotional bonds with others. Someone who is emotionally open and can authentically express their feelings is more likely to create deep, meaningful connections. This openness includes sharing joy and happiness but also honestly confronting vulnerabilities and uncertainties. Through this, individuals build authentic, profound connections, a vital source of sexual attraction. Spiritual attraction. Spiritual attraction is tied to an individual's values, beliefs, and life goals. Someone with clear purpose and steadfast beliefs often inspires others. This spiritual strength motivates personal growth and inspires those around them. Additionally, spiritual attraction lies in a love for life and a pursuit of beauty. A person who is passionate and curious about life naturally draws others in, sharing the richness and wonder of existence. Practical strategy. Becoming a source of sexual attraction involves not just understanding these concepts but applying practical strategies in daily life. Self-acceptance and self-care. Self-acceptance is the foundation of sexual attraction. Spend time daily connecting with yourself, listening to your inner voice through journaling, meditation, or reflection. Focus on your feelings and needs without judgment, approaching yourself with acceptance and understanding. Regular self-care, like taking a bath, getting a massage, or indulging in hobbies, boosts self-worth and happiness.